This is the MG Hector for 2023 and beyond. It's got an updated look, a revised interior, more features and a lot more tech. We'll cover all these upgrades in a lot more detail over this video. Let's start with the changes on the outside. Leading the list of changes on the outside, very evidently so, is this larger grille. Now, it has this fish scale-like metal elements on it which look quite interesting, and the size does give the MG Hector's front end more presence. In terms of other elements, it is pretty familiar. It's got that same split headlamp look with LED DRLs and indicators on top, and the main headlights lower down. Talking of lights, the updated Hector debuts what MG calls intelligent indicators. 30 degrees of steering lock automatically activates the indicator for the desired direction. Where you won't be able to tell the latest version of the Hector apart from the older ones is at the sides. Things have been carried over as they were. Now, these rims are 18 inches, but if you remember, these were included on the last update the Hector got in 2021. There's more to talk about the tail end. At the back, the latest version of the Hector is identifiable by this new lighting element that connects the traditional brake lamps on either sides of the boot lid. You'll also notice more prominent Hector badging lower down and another badge of great interest, ADAS. I'll get to the ADAS functions in a bit, but while we are talking exterior styling, it's important to tell you that the 5-seat Hector and 6 and 7-seat Hector Plus will now sport the same look. The badging will be the only visual difference between the models now. The updated Hector also brings a digital key, so you can use your phone to unlock and start the car via Bluetooth. This phone-based access can also be shared with others for a preset duration. It's inside that the Hector really goes all out to wow you. Where the MG Hector has taken a big step forward is in the interior. Now, the last version's interior was also pretty neatly laid out, but this one's is even better, and it's dominated by a 14-inch touchscreen. The last one had a 10.4-inch screen. Now let's quickly run through all the features that it packs in. The list starts with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay that are now wireless. What's nice is that the interfaces use the full screen and to great effect. There's eSIM-based connected tech as before with multiple services on offer, some of which have been enhanced. For instance, Maps now supports voice guidance in 5 languages including Tamil, Punjabi and Marathi. And in a first, you can also use the screen to operate the panoramic sunroof. The list of voice commands is longer too, including a cheeky one to control the 8-color ambient lighting. I want to see the rainbow. The voice prompts aren't very quick to respond though, and while the screen is good to use, it's not iPad slick. Of the other things, the 360-degree cameras have also been upgraded and offer a crisper view outside. There's another new screen that's been included on the MG Hector, and that's for the instruments. The digital screen is large and informative. What's also been enhanced is cabin quality. There's a nice brushed finish around the aircon controls. There's more use of soft touch materials on the dashboard top. The new upholstery for the seats is also quite premium, though it will be a pain to keep clean. In addition to all that's been covered, the Hector also retains all the features of interest from before. The feature list is headlined by the sunroof. You get front ventilated seats. The front seats are powered. In fact, the list is quite long, so let's take a quick look at it. Aside from those comfort and convenience features, the new MG Hector also gains ADAS or Advanced Driver Assistance Systems. Now, this version gets level 2 features, and I'll quickly run you through all that's on board. Perhaps the most important feature is autonomous emergency braking, so if the car detects an impending collision, it will automatically apply the brakes. There's also adaptive cruise control, so the car will maintain a safe distance to another vehicle ahead of you at highway speeds. There's lane keep assist, so on a well-marked road, it'll actually keep the car centered in the lane. There's also intelligent headlamp assist that automatically switches from high beam to low beam when the vehicle detects oncoming traffic to avoid blinding the person ahead. Now, a cool inclusion here on the MG Hector that's not on the Aster is traffic jam assist. Now, at low city speeds, the vehicle will automatically keep a safe distance distance to the vehicle ahead, and on well-marked roads will even steer the vehicle for you. When the car ahead comes to a halt, the MG Hector will also hold position for 3 seconds, and if the wait is slightly longer, all you need to do is press the plus button and it will retain the setting. Do note the ADAS features will only be offered on the petrol automatic version of the Hector. ADAS aside, the safety suite is quite comprehensive and includes 6 airbags, rear disc brakes, ESC, traction control, hill hold control, ISOFIX child seat mounts and more. What's familiar is the experience at the back. Upholstery color aside, there's no real change on the back seat of the MG Hector, and that is not a bad thing because as you can tell, space is really generous. I'm just under 6 feet tall, the front seat is set for another 6-footer, and just check out the room I have available. This is also a really comfortable SUV if you want to travel with 3 sitting on the back seat. Amenities at the back include a fold-down center armrest, dedicated aircon vents, and you also have the option to adjust the backrest angle. However, what's still missing for these very large windows is a sunshade. As before, the power tailgate opens to reveal a very large loading area that can be made larger still by folding the rear seats flat. Does the updated Hector come with changes at the other end, under the bonnet? Well, your options have actually reduced. The turbo petrol and turbo diesel engines continue as before, but the mild hybrid petrol powertrain has been dropped. And before you ask, there's no diesel automatic option this time around either. While the full variant breakup is awaited, we expect prices to be in the 15.5 to 21.5 lakh rupee ex-showroom band. So that's the latest iteration of the MG Hector for you. Prices are likely to be announced at Auto Expo 2023 in the coming few days, and we hope to drive this car a few days after that to give you a full-blown review of what the changes are like in the real world. What do you think of the latest MG Hector? Please do let us know in the comment section below, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe to Autocar India for the latest automotive content.